Griswold gang, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here today for our watch list. Listen, guys, if you are new to the channel, new to the strat, new to trading, or you're struggling with trading, this channel, this strategy is going to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. But the first thing I need you guys to do is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell is the important part. It gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day, just for you guys for free. This is our watch list for Wednesday, July 20th, and I send these videos out for you guys, like I said, every single day. I send out top fives, I send out weekly swings, monthly swings. I've got 200 plus videos for you guys to learn how to trade the strat, how to trade it profitably, and how to trade it consistently. Okay, we go through entries and exits, we go through managing trades, we go through trade reviews, broadening formations, what the candlestick numbers mean, the different setups that we've got within the strat. The list goes on and on. I've got a beginners playlist, I've got a learning tool playlist, I've got a spy playlist, all in the YouTube Griswold YouTube homepage, okay? So make sure you're checking out the channel, make sure you're subscribing, and check out all those videos. It's all for free for you guys, okay? I'm also on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, so if you guys have questions, you can leave them down below in the comment section, or you can DM me on Twitter, or you can tweet at me. I will answer all your questions. Don't worry if you think they're silly or dumb. If you guys are learning, ask, okay? That's the only way you're going to learn is if you ask. And if I don't have the answer, I will try push you into the right direction to get those answers, okay? So follow along on Twitter. I also send out possible setups throughout the day, or if my followers send me setups, I will retweet those as well for you guys, so you guys can also get in on the action. A couple of things just before we get into the meat and potatoes here. Number one, the platform that I use here to chart is called TradingView. So if you don't have a platform or you're looking for one, if you go into the description below, there's a link for TradingView. It gives you a free 30-day trial to TradingView if you've never used it before. Okay, and then if you decide to use TradingView, it gives you up to $30 off of your subscription. So that link is in the description below for TradingView. The other thing, the ads, guys, I know they're annoying and I know they suck, but those ads keep this material free for you guys. It allows me to do this stuff without charging you guys. So I ask that you let those ads roll through and let the advertisers pay for you guys to learn how to trade the strat. And it's that simple. Let those advertisers pay for your education on how to trade in the stock market, okay? There's no easier way than that than to just let them roll through. It's, 30 seconds or 15 seconds or 45 seconds of the video, and you'll be done with it, okay? So in future, if you're watching the videos, please let those things roll through. The last thing I want to go through here, guys, is the Griswold Strat Indicator. Is only for TradingView, but you will not find it in your indicator tab. The only spot you can find it is in the description below. That will take you to the place where you can purchase the indicator, and I will send you the link to get it for you on TradingView. So in the description below, it's a one-time fee, 25 bucks. You'll have the indicator for life. If we add stuff to it, you will have added stuff to it as well. No extra cost, okay? That's a one-time fee. You'll have it forever. You can also find the link in my Twitter profile, along with the links for my one-on-one Griswold Gold memberships, etc., etc., etc. And we will go through some of those indicators that the Griswold Strat includes, like this time frame continuity, the Sarah Strat Sniper 50% indicators as well, okay? So let's get started with the list. The first one I want to go through, and it's not really, this is a 2-2 continuation if it happens, but we're looking at SPY. And I put SPY on here because of this broadening formation. And if you guys don't know, on this red bar here, I made 2,000% on a trade on this. I did a video on it, so make sure you guys go check out that video, because it was by far not even close, it was by far the best trade that I've ever made in my entire life. And I had over a month's salary off of that one trade. Okay, and somebody asked me how much. The dollar value is not important. Okay, the important thing is how we entered the trade, how we managed it, and how we exited the trade, okay? That is the important part. I will tell you guys that it was over 4 figures, okay? So it was in that 5-figure range. Anyways, SPY here is approaching the top of this broadening formation. So we are going to look for this to have a continuation to the upside. Outside of the year, we've got full time frame to the upside everywhere. Okay, so we will look for a 2-2 continuation. It's actually just a continuous. There's 4 2s in a row, and this very well could end up being a pivot machine gun where we have higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Likely to have a higher low here if we trigger. Okay, but you can see how this broadening formation works. We just tagged this lower low to this lower low, and this higher high to this higher high, and we've got a low to a high to a low, and to me this looks like we're heading all the way back up. Okay, and that's how broadening formations work. They're that easy. Okay, I also have a video on that if you guys are interested. It should be in the Learning Tools playlist. Okay, so that is SPY, just so you guys are aware of that. I just wanted to have that on there. These are the actual plays. And let's get into them. The first one we've got on the list is Lucid. Whoops, I just moved that trigger. Lucid has an inside bar. Guys, these inside bars that you see painted yellow, that's the Griswold Strat indicator. Painting those for you guys. These little IB tabs, that's the Griswold Strat indicator. Painting those for you guys. This time frame continuity, the yellow circles represent current inside bar on that time frame. As you can see, the day is a yellow circle. We have an inside bar. That is part of the Griswold Strat indicator. It's a really, really great indicator for you guys, okay? I've got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people really, really enjoy it. So, again, the link is in the description below to purchase that as a one-time $25 fee. Inside bar on Lucid, okay? So we can take calls on Lucid at $20.55, puts at 1986, targets at the top of the preceding wick, way up here, and I'll change that to green for you because that's how I mark my targets. And the next target, well, down there, but you have one here, which looks like we basically have the same price. So this target, I'm going to just wipe out of there. That is our trigger, first target down here. Guys, what I want you guys to see when you see these inside bars, I want you to look at them and see a spring, and a spring being tightened and coiled, because that's essentially what we have here. We've got an inside bar, and it's a tightening range, meaning it's collapsing, not collapsing on itself, but it's a tightening range. It doesn't break the low or the high of the previous candle. So it's getting tighter, tighter, compact, 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 and it's getting ready to explode, just like a spring. If you were to let that spring go and see which direction it were to go into, that's what happens with an inside bar. And if you're new and you're struggling, myself, OG Trades, a bunch of other stratters will tell you concentrate on the inside bars, okay? They're the easiest thing to find, especially with the Griswold Strat indicator, but they are the easiest to spot, they're the easiest to find, they're the easiest to play. Okay, and you can go back on any chart and look at how the inside bars react. Trigger, boom. This one, we gapped up, but we still had a really, really nice run up to the upside. Here, triggered, boom. This one, we triggered to the upside barely and came back down. So I like to go back and show you guys this for a reason, because they do not always work. This isn't a all the time thing. It's a high probability play, okay? And that's what we look for when we're trading these things, or any setup on the strat. Okay, and again, we can zoom out on this as well, on this broadening formation, and we can see what Lucid is doing here with a low to a high to a low to a high to a low. And where are we going? To me, it's got to go back up, okay? Because we are following this broadening formation here. Now, can you draw broadening formations within a broadening formation? You sure can. I don't really want to get into that too much, but this is essentially what we can do. You can draw them like this. You can draw them like that. Okay, it doesn't matter. From there, then you can draw these here. Lower low to a lower low. And see, so the same thing within this broadening formation, we've hit higher highs here to lower lows to higher highs. Now, it's very, very possible that this comes back down and tags here, or we just break right through. Okay, but I've got this bigger one drawn here. I'm going to take these out. This is essentially what we're looking for. Now, the week, the month, and the quarterly, guys, are all green. So if we break this inside bar to the upside, we've got good magnitude or good room to move, to hit profit, to hit targets, to hit pivot points at 2108. This will all be green outside of the year. So that's the move I'm looking for. We are already 2 up on the week. I know that because I've got these pink lines drawn here. Okay, so we've already broke out of that inside bar on the weekly, so I'm going to look for this to have a continuation to the upside on Lucid. BIDU, I'll try and move through these a little bit faster here. BIDU has a 2 down that finished green. We've got this hammer candle, or the Thor candle, which I've started to call it. We can look for triggers on this at 142.81. The problem here is the week, the month, and the quarterly are all, everything is red here except for the hour and the day. So I'm not really sure how this one is going to play out, but we are currently set up for a reversal to the upside, a 2 down, 2 up reversal. So we will see how this one plays out. What do we have here? This was Tuesdays. This is Mondays. So we're not breaking out of that weekly until we're up here. So this would not be a high probable trade for me on BIDU. Doesn't mean it won't work. It's probably just not something for me. Okay, Pfizer. Pfizer has an inside bar as well. We've got, outside of today, we've got the full time frame to the downside. Okay, we still haven't broken out of the inside bar on the week. I know that for 2 reasons, because I've got my pink lines here that we haven't broken through, and we've also got this weekly here. Okay, so we can go back to the weekly to go check on these inside bars, and this is where we currently sit. Okay, 3-1 setup. We're looking to break out of this one way or the other, and we'll see if we can do that tomorrow off of this inside bar on Pfizer. Okay, calls at 51.51, puts at 50.6. We've got targets marked out there. We're closer to going 2 down on the week than we are 2 up on the week, so I'm going to think Pfizer most likely trends down, especially based on the time frame, but we'll see how it opens up on Wednesday. Moderna usually has higher premiums, but we've got a 2 down that finished green. Still looking to break out of the inside bar on Moderna. We are inside week still. Again, I know that because of the pink lines, and I know that because this indicator right here with the yellow circle is telling me that we are still inside on the week. Okay, so we can look for calls at 167.90 on Moderna. Tesla, TSLA, has a 2 down, finish green, full time frame to the upside. Again, this one as well. On the weekly, we're looking to break out of these 2 pink lines here. Okay, so we'll look for calls at 741.44 on Tesla. Palantir, PLTR, 2 down green, full time frame to the upside. We're going to look for calls on this one at $9.38. And let's zoom out to look at this broadening formation that we've got here. Okay, higher highs to lower lows to higher highs to lower lows. And we have time frame on our side, and we've got an actionable signal that is possibly setting up to bring us back through to the high range on Palantir. Okay, DocuSign, DOCU. DocuSign has a 2 down that finished green with a Thor candle, hammer candle. Outside of the week here, we are green, so we'll see what happens with this. We can look for calls at 64.17. I will mark the first targets here at $65.54 on DocuSign. Guys, I will be putting out a top 5. It may be coming out a little bit later. You might not catch it till the morning, but it will be out, okay? So watch for that as well. JP Morgan, JPM, inside bar as well. So again, we can just go back. Let's look at the last inside bar here that I can find right here, and a beautiful breakdown to the downside. If there was another one here, looks like there was a double inside bar that went outside bar. So we opened here, came up, hit triggers, And it looks like we hit targets as well. So high probable plays on those inside bars. And again, even if you're not new, inside bars are a great way to trade. Okay, that's what I traded, that SPY trade that went 2,000%. It was off of an inside bar. Okay, with time frame continuity. I want to point that out as well. So inside bar on JPM, calls at 114.94, puts at 112.65. XLU has a double inside bar. So I call this a stock market cheat code, stock market hack, magic beans. A lot of times these double inside bars right here break to the downside. I want to try and find one more for you guys. There's another one. Double inside bar. And again, these aren't always great. Like this one didn't even hit targets, okay? So they become more probable when you have more than one inside bar. It's just there's a better chance of it breaking out because you've been consolidating for 2 straight days. And you had one here which triggered, but again, it didn't hit targets. So based on the way these double inside bars play on XLU, I would be cautious of them. I would not play them. But what I would be looking for here on XLU is a break to the downside. That's what I would prefer to see. That would also give us a break to the downside on the weekly as well. Okay, so, and that's based on time frame continuity. We are all red everywhere on the time frame. So I would like to see this thing break down. And you can see it's just been bouncing around here for a little bit. There hasn't really been any moves for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. It's kind of just been stagnant. It's been caught in this range here. And what you would call that is this big red bar here. I wanted to do a video on this. Mother bar. There's a mother bar right here. Okay? From July 5th. And we're just stuck. We're stuck within that range and we can't, it can't break out of it. Okay? It almost did here, but it didn't. We're stuck within that range. So when are we going to break out of that range? I'm hoping it is here to this downside on XLU. It will be on the top 5 because it is a double inside bar, okay? Apple, double APL, has a 3-1 setup. Rare pattern, powerful setup. Time frame is all pointing to the upside. We can look for calls at 150.123, puts at 146.92. We have to go back here to find more than one target, okay? So there's 1. And there's 2. You guys can mark out the rest up over here. Okay, so 3-1 setup. The last time we had a 3-1 setup, guys, all I have to do, because I've got the Griswold Strat indicator, is go back and look for a yellow highlight. And this is how rare they are. I am back into August right here of last year. Okay, almost a year ago. And look what happens. Okay, so this 3-1 will be on my list for sure. But outside bar, inside bar, and we jammed way up for 2 straight days. And this was a beautiful play here off of that 3-1. This one did not do as well. And then here's one more if we want to look at it before moving on. 3-1 setup and a big run to the upside for that one. Okay, so 3-1 setups, powerful, powerful, powerful. It will end up being a 3-1-2. I would think in some capacity, okay? Next up is CL. CL is Colgate Palmolive. Inside bar on CL. Everything is red on this thing. So the high probable trade would be to the downside. And you can see it's in a downward trend here, coming from highs here, down, 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 down. Okay, so we can look for puts at 77.27. First targets at 76.97, or calls to the upside at 77.92, which are less probable in a trade, okay? Next up is KDP. It's Keurig Dr. Pepper, also with an inside bar. So KDP, you can take calls at 36.62, puts at 36.26, and time frame continuity on the day and the week to the downside is what would be a more probable trade with KDP. Lyft, LYFT. Okay, Lyft has a inside bar, and we've got great looking time frame here outside of the year. So we can look for calls at 1383, first target at 14 bucks, puts at 1330, first target to the downside at 1317. And there is a gap here. When we have a gap, meaning there's no candle fill between these two candles, your target goes at the top of the candle like so. Okay? And then your next target to the top side is right there on the top of this outside bar. Lyft, based on the time frame continuity, will likely be on my top 5 list. Microsoft MSFT 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar, calls at 259.72, puts at 253.68 off of this 3-1 setup. Last one on Microsoft. Again, we have to go back way back. There we go. Looks like April. Let's take a quick peek at this and then we will continue moving on. There it is. Outside bar, inside bar, break to the high side and gone. Okay, good trade on that 3-1 setup. Procter & Gamble, ticker symbol PG, also an inside bar. Also full time frame continuity to the downside. And there we go. So we can take calls on this one at 145.01, puts at 143.64. We've already triggered 2 down on the PG inside bar. If we go to the week, Procter & Gamble had this inside bar. We've broken it to the downside. So we'll see if we can have a continuation there tomorrow, breaking this trigger and coming through and hitting targets down here on PG. Inside bar on Space, so we can take calls at 769, puts at 735 on Space, sorry. Square has a 2 down that finished green, so we are going to look for a 2-2 reversal to the upside with time frame continuity that we've got here. So calls at $69.31. First target not very far up, and then the next target is right there at $70.20. Teladoc TDOC has a 2 down, finished green. We are stuck on an inside bar on the week. We'll look for calls at $41.29. If we go to the weekly, there you can see there's our inside bar that we are trying to get out of on the weekly. Okay, so calls at $41.29. Uber has an inside bar. Calls 23.08. Puts 22.19. We do have a gap fill down here to try and get filled on Uber. Inside bar on Walmart. Calls 129.96. Puts 128.60 on Walmart. Inside bar on XLV. That's the healthcare ETF from the Select Sector Fund. Spider. Okay, so 3-1 setup. Outside bar, inside bar. Last time we had one here, it was right here. We triggered and hit target, so it was a good play there. We'll try and do that again. Calls at 129.84. Puts at 128.27. And then a couple of common share plays here that I have for you guys. Tattooed Chef has an inside bar. Okay? So if you don't trade options and you're looking for something with a smaller value on a share price, well, you've got that with Tattooed Chef, okay? So we have full time frame to the upside. Everything's inside, but we can look for calls at 6.36 and for targets at $6.44 on this one, okay? If you're trading common shares to the upside, I think I have one more on here. I do. Planet 13. Okay, Planet 13 Holdings has a 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar. So again, you can see the last time we had them was here, and we gapped way up. So this would have been a gap play, but you couldn't have played that with common shares unless you were shorting stocks. And then this one here, outside bar, inside bar, had a little bit of a run up. Actually, for 2 days it had a run up. So you would have had an opportunity to make money on common shares there as well. We'll try and do that again. And again, the stock price is only $1.37. So if you're nervous, jump into this play. You know, buy. I don't know what your cost is for trading per purchase or per sale. What you're paying for your fees, but $1.37 is, if you're nervous about jumping into something and you want to do common shares, this is what you should be looking at here. Okay, so if we trigger at $1.37, I'd be buying in and looking for your target here at $1.42. Now that's only 5 cents, but you're also only $1.37 a share. Okay, so buy 10 shares for $13.70 and make 5 cents a share on that. I don't know. Buy 100 shares or something. But this is probably an easier opportunity for you guys for not looking to spend a lot of money. Okay, and then if it reverses to you at 50%, okay, or even if it breaks and becomes an outside bar, well, the worst you lost is like 10 cents a share. So not a overly difficult trade here, even if it reverses on you. So guys, that's the list. There will be a top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are getting great information out of this and learning from this. If you guys need other stuff, let me know what you'd like to see. I have no problems doing videos to help you guys out. Okay? Make sure you're following on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Watch the learning tool videos. If you're new, concentrate on these inside bars. Don't forget about the Griswold Strat indicator. One-time fee for life. It'll help you out with your trading. It adds a bunch of value to what you guys are looking at and what you guys are doing with the strat. So good luck tomorrow, guys. I look forward to the top 5 with you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.